All right. Well, let's start with spoilers. I took the liberty to write down a few pros and cons.
All right.
I have more cons than I have pros.
Alarm, are you going to watch the show? Do you care if we spoil the rest of it for you?
I don't give it.
Guano.
All right.
All right.
It was that bad. I'm done. I'm not going back.
All right.
Like even the stupid zombie fight or whatever, and I'm like, okay, use your spirit attack. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
All right. Spoilers going forward. We do have timestamps down below if you want to jump around, but don't leave. Just stick around.
Shoot. Starting off, for me, some of the CGI was actually pretty solid. Let's say, like when the bug, I guess the ringworm of death or whatever they called it. CGI was okay. Some of the demons that they showed later, the Goki, the gUNzz, the one that
the red guy.
The what? Yeah, the red guy. His fight was pretty legit. He looked pretty good.
Dope. Parkour.
Yeah, the action was pretty good going on with Goki. The action was pretty good in the first couple episodes, although like their dialogue was, like you said, Minarm, was really cheesy. Bro, like if it was straight action, okay, cool, I might be into it a little bit more. But their dialogue, I hated it, bro. It fell super flat for me.
I liked how they gave an explanation on the freaking runaway driver who killed Yusuke in the very beginning.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I like how they freaking made that bug thing the reason, and like he's just drunk or whatever.
Right. Like they're adding on to the story.
Yeah, I like that part. They at least gave it a reason.
Yeah.
But
plus, I do like also that, like when you come in and you see the driver, he's listening to Smile Bomb.
Yeah, I caught that.
That was pretty
cool.
cool.
The theme song.
Yeah. That's the opening theme song that they have for the anime.
I was totally Leo. I was like, ah.
yeah, I did that too. My wife was like, "Yes, I know." I was like, "But do you though?"
And I think
the
thing I hated the most was Botan. Very disappointed.
Oh yes, I was gonna say that too.
My heart was broken,
dude.
She was not hot,
Botan. Dude.
One of them.
No, like her personality, dude. I hated her personality. Like she's supposed to be, I don't know, like up and like positive, and I found her more annoying than anything else. I hated Botan.
What was the guy's name? Junior?
Yeah, Koenma.
Okay, so
I didn't like how they started him as an adult instead of a freaking baby.
Well, I don't mind that they started as an adult, but they didn't explain why he had a pacifier in his mouth. Like, I mean, he's
true. I don't think
he's an adult with a pacifier. Like that doesn't make sense. In the anime, they explain it why, but like in here, he was just a grown man with a pacifier in his mouth. It was weird. It's like, tell me why it's in there. It just little things that they bypassed and didn't make sense. For whoever's not familiar with the anime, they're like Human Arm. You saw that, you're like, who the hell is the guy with the pacifier? Like it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I did like was how they kind of explained how they separated the demon and the human world in the beginning.
Yeah, it with as much information that they're trying to throw at you, I think that was one of the good things that they did. It's not a pro that I wrote down, but now that you bring it up, I think, it is a pro. Although it wasn't necessary. I don't think it was the most necessary because they kind of touched on it later in the series as well. I think the last pro that I have is one of the best scenes is Yusuke getting run over.
Oh, dude, the freaking it looked legit, dude, when the freaking box truck went over him.
Yeah, dude. I rewound that like 3 times, like just to see him get hit.
Yeah,
like it looked cool. It looked cool. I liked how it looked.
Kay was like, "Yeah, he dead. He dead."
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like, and it's cool because like it shows him like get pushed back, and then the truck comes and like rolls over him. You see the body rolling and all that. It's not like one of the ones like on TV where like the tires just go over like a flat board.
Yeah.
Like you see the body rolling. I think it was really cool. It looked legit. But with that, I think that's my last pro.
I got a pro for you. I really like when that kid got possessed with the demon with the little bug in his ear. Like, I don't know what it is, man. Like, Japan, Korea, all these Asian countries, they know how to do zombies. I know he wasn't a zombie, but like he was acting like a like he was like the way he moved, like it looked badass. He looked tight. It looked freaky, and that looks demonic. Like I really like the way they do that. Like,
I did like that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But then another thing that they didn't explain was once they managed to get that bug out of that kid, is he like the Toxic Avenger now? That kid was deformed. His eye was like up here. They don't explain anything. Like, what happened to that kid? You know, is he forever scarred, or does he go back to normal? Or
like his hand went back to normal. But you're right, and that's one thing that I was going to bring up a little bit right now. His face was still deformed. His eye was like up on his forehead, and like the other one was like looking to his like a chameleon. He was pretty messed up.
All right, throwing in the con. I don't like how they skipped over Rando and the Four Saint Beasts, even though the bugs was for the Four Saint Beasts. And Yusuke didn't even fight Hiei properly.
So I feel like I said it before the series came out, and gUNzz, you were like, oh, maybe Toguro comes in at the end of the series. I kind of already figured that was not going to be the case. Dude, they skipped so much content. And with all of this skipping around, I guess this comes up with another one of my cons. You don't build any relationships with any of the characters.
Well, I just felt like they made Kuwabara and Yusuke like buddies like instantly with just like one meeting instead of like them fighting the whole time and him hating them, and then eventually like, okay, this guy's not giving up. He has some fighting them, and you give him respect for that, like in the anime.
Yeah, and kind of like how you said, BB, even skipping the tournament arcs. I get you don't want to do tournament arcs. That's cool with me. If you want to change it up a little bit, I don't think tournaments would work in live action as well as they do with the anime. So I completely understand that. But with that being said, you went from fighting a bug, essentially, to fighting what was supposed to be the baddest guy on Earth at the time. And like, you don't really get a feel for how strong he is, because you don't have these other enemies to build up. You don't have all these other enemies that kind of show, okay, there was a struggle here, but now Toguro, he's like miles ahead of them. You kind of just jump in and it's like, okay, here's this guy, and he seems kind of strong, so let's go beat him up.
Well, one thing that I also didn't like Toguro, okay, first of all, the guy who played him, I think he looked pretty damn good in the role. I liked him.
He looked pretty good.
But what I didn't like was, okay, like in the anime series, here I am comparing, but like in the anime series, Toguro pulls a Frieza. He's like, I'm at 20%. I'm at 30%. Oh, I'm going to go up to 60 for you. And he takes off his jacket. Like, all right, 80%. You know, like, like they build him up trying to make him look like he's a real threat. And then here he was just like, all right, 30. Boom. And he just gets like super big. And then he goes from 30 to like, all right, I'm going 100%. Or I don't think he even says 100%. He just like, all right, try to transform. And he turns into the tree from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I am Groot.
Yeah.
Groot?
Yeah, that's
Groot. Yeah.
Groot, yes.
Wow.
Bro.
Well, yeah, man.
Thank God I missed that.
Dude, yeah, it looks nasty. And that's another thing, like, as the series progresses, their CGI gets worse.
Oh, really?
Like, oh, yeah.
Wow.
Like, at the beginning, like that bug-infested guy, the guy who turns into a zombie, he looks legit. His hand transforms, his face gets deformed, and it looks believable. And then you have Toguro. He beefs up, and he's full CGI. He looks like the Flash kind of CGI. And there was... Yeah, the scene where Kurama's fighting Karasu, the guy with the explosions. When Kurama's jumping around, dude, it looks nasty. I don't know if you paid attention to it. It looks nasty. It looks like the Flash saving the baby.
That bad?
God.
It looked almost that bad. Yes, to me,
I want to say
dude,
that bad,
and I wasn't even looking
noticeable
for it. I was focused. I was focusing on the fight. I wasn't looking at the CGI, but I was like, "Oh, that looks nasty, dude." And my wife was like, "Yeah, you can finish the series by yourself, dude."
Ouch.
She walked out.
Ouch.
Damn. That's a slam dunk right there.
Yeah, dude. Dude, Yoko Kurama,
Yeah,
get it
I
out of
didn't
here.
like the way it looked.
Looked
either.
like ass.
Oh,
I do like that they brought in the Ojiki plant, but I mean,
well, let's be realistic. Okay, you know what he looks like in that transformed state. There's no way that was
Right.
going to look good, no matter what.
no, and I get that,
You're
but
talking about Tagoro or
I don't know,
Kurama?
man. Like
Kurama, and when he turns into
Kurama.
Yoko?
the fox, Yoko, whatever.
Yeah, and I get, but I don't know, man. They should have tried something else. And I get people are, dude. I'm on Facebook groups. People are butthurt about the entire thing, and you know you're upsetting fans already by how your characters look, by what you're doing with the series. You know you're ruining it already. You might as well just go the extra mile. Might as well change it up a little bit if it makes the character look a little bit better.
Even Dragon of the Darkness Flames let me down, dude. I didn't like how it looked.
You know what? Dragon of the Darkness Flame was not the worst thing. It didn't look great.
He didn't even yell it out like he does. That's like
I mean,
awesome, dude.
dude, Yusuke only at the very end yells ray gun. At the very end, the very last one. But I did like how they did like the camera following the dragon. That was pretty cool. But that was about it. That's all I can say for that. That's not much redeeming
I
there.
did like Tagoro's glasses. They're over 9,000. They didn't break the whole time. They did not break at all.
They're over 9,000.
Dude, I don't know what the hell they're made of.
Yeah.
They're just indestructible, man.
Demon World material, man.
There you go.
Oh, that's some good stuff right there, man. Shoot.
So I brought up the no meaningful connections to the characters. Genkai shows up for 30 minutes and I'm supposed to care about her.
Okay, good point.
Like, bro, she dies. I'm like, okay, good riddance. Get her out of here. Like, in the anime, it hurts. But, like, in the series, you're like, okay, cool. She showed up for 30 minutes. How much does Yusuke really care about her?
Yeah, I didn't like how almost instantly, like after like 5 days, oh, here's the spirit wave. It's yours now.
Yeah. And the transfer of the spirit orb was so lackluster. Like, it was like, oh, this is mine now? Cool, thanks. I'm out of here. Bye.
For correction, it was like 21 days. They did do a time skip.
Yeah, they did. But, I mean...
But still, I know what
Okay, yeah, your homies.
That amount of training, that orb would destroy him.
Yeah.
It would obliterate him.
Yeah, dude, like I get it. It's 20 days. You're homies. You're cool. You spent 3 weeks together. But, like, all right, see you later, dudes. Take care of yourself. Probably never see you again.
And I will also add that the orb thing was like, what just happened? What is it?
Yeah.
What does it do? What's the purpose of her giving it to him? They don't explain any of that. She's just like, here you go. Thanks.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Be sure to take care of yourself and keep on motivating yourself.
Yeah.
Bruh. So bad.
Dude, I'm loving all this hate. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Man.
Minar's
Sound
like, feed me.
It's like a 1 out of 10 right now. I'm loving it.
No. We are definitely tearing it apart. But I did find enjoyment out of it. Overall, if you muscle through the first 2 episodes that are like so much information, just because I've watched the anime, I understand what's happening, but like I could definitely understand why someone new to the series would drop off. But
I just heard.
but I did enjoy it. It was okay. It was all right. It wasn't great. It wasn't the worst.
It was pretty bad though.
They,
Yeah, I also did not like how they combined the Dark World tournament with the Yukina arc. How they're supposed to be saving her, and then all of a sudden they're doing like the tournament, just like you said. They had to fight the freaking Team Shigoro, just like that.
Yeah. Honestly, it feels like they knew they weren't going to get a second season, so they might as well go balls to the wall. I know, and I'm serious. Like, I feel like they knew they're not going to get renewed. They said, you know what?
Screw this.
Let's full send it. We're done here. That's it. Dunzo.
let's just destroy this. We just did badass with One Piece. Let's this baby up. That's what I heard.
And that's essentially what it felt like. And I went in trying to, okay, so I'm a big supporter of the anime and the manga and all that. I love it. my jam, right? I went into this thinking, okay, you know what? It's its own project. Let's look at it from fresh eyes and don't try to compare it to the anime too much. But it was so hard not to because they didn't explain anything. So I had to pull my knowledge from what I already know about it. And so like if I already know what's going on and I can sit here and watch it, it has a couple redeeming qualities, but not enough for me to go back and give it a second watch. I will never pick this back up. If as a listener you want to go check this out, maybe you enjoy it, okay, cool, let us know and we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Like,
but I mean,
it's so bad. If there's a way to erase it from my recently watched list,
Yes.
I will erase it because I'm embarrassed to even let people know I watched it.
Ouch.
dude, honestly, okay, so the first 2 episodes down, I was like, okay, I can maybe give this a watch. I don't know what people on Facebook are
Pooping
about so much. Like it's okay so far. It's not great, but it's watchable. 3rd episode hits, I'm like, I'm done. Like I don't even want to keep it going. Like, bro, I hated it. I hated from episode 3 from 3 to 5. I hated it.
Okay, so as its own continuity, what would you rate it? 1 through 10.
Let me give it a 4.
And BB, you said like
I found enjoyability out of it, but it does a terrible job explaining what it's doing.
I think I'm stuck at a 5.
Wow.
You know,
And
5's technically average.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, because I think the thing that saves it was like the action and then how the characters look, for me at least. But the other 5 is because I know where it comes from, and it's horrible. I can't go higher than 5.
I'd probably give it a 6.
Ugh.
okay.
Just that, even though I only watched 1 episode, 0.
Damn.
Terrible, dude.
Okay,
Dude.
so now since we rated it as its own continuity, what would you guys rate it comparing it to the anime, 1 through 10?
I can't compare it.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump on with Minarm over here. 0.
Maybe
I'm with them 0 to 1. The highest I can go is a 1.
I can't even go at 1. I'm gonna give it a solid 0 compared to
And
the anime.
again, the thing that's saving it for me, just to potentially give it that 1, is how the characters look.
damn.
Like I tried, like I said, if I go in with it fresh eyes, fresh mind, not knowing anything about it, I think they did a terrible job explaining a lot of this stuff. They did a terrible job with so much of it that like I can't see myself even rating it average by itself, not compared.
All right.
Well, it's like I told BogusBird, though. I've watched the first episode completely, and there was nothing keeping me from watching the second episode. There was nothing pulling me in. So I was bored out of my mind. I'm not going to get my 55 minutes back of my life. It's just done. I'm done. I can't do 2.
Yeah.
That goes against usually my rules, but I mean, it was terrible.
Okay.
If you give it a 2 or 3 episode rule, you might as well just go all the way because there's only 5
I
episodes.
can't do it.
If somebody
And they cover half of the
if
series.
somebody offers you $100 just to watch the 5 episodes,
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll do that. But
okay.
Pay 'em up.
otherwise,
Pay the man.
I'm not doing
Pay
it
the
on
man.
my time. Do you want to pay me to watch
Well,
it?
okay.
Pay me to watch it, but I ain't gonna watch it on my own. Hell
Guns,
no.
guns, pay the man.
Hey, I didn't say I was that somebody. I just saying scenario.
It was painful, man.
Yeah. Like, okay, so Minarm, let me put it to you this way. They rush it so much. The anime has 112 episodes in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And within these 5 episodes, they ran through
40
maybe
to 60?
about 50 to 60 episodes
See,
in these 5
that's way
episodes.
too much information for 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
literally doing 10
Like,
episodes in that one episode for every 10. That's way
Basically.
too
Yeah.
much information.
Yeah, and kind of bringing you back to what you said, the way that One Piece did it, they did I'd say maybe about 5 episodes per one. So you get a good amount of information in each episode, but it keeps you like well informed. It keeps you like on that hook,
And it was entertaining too.
Yeah.
and it was entertaining. Yeah.
It was fun, you know. I would never say I like One Piece or love it, but the live action was fun. I enjoyed it. I went in thinking, like I said, it's gonna be the worst I've ever watched in my life, and I ended up loving it. Like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. It was great.
I bet you Menarm was yelling out "Gamu Gamu" with Luffy.
No,
just yelling it out every single time he was about to punch.
No, I'm good. I'll pass.
So does YuYu Hakusho get the essay files seal of approval?
Oh God. Yeah, I couldn't even finish it, but
wow, unanimous.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a second one. I'm gonna give it both.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Zangief. I'll give it to Zangief.
No,
no.
Zangief would be disappointed in you,
bro.
You'll
Terrible.
get suplexed by him if he heard you give him his mid thumb.
All right, well.
All right, guys.